Okay, students, welcome to study unit 8, and today we'll be dealing with the attached pronoun. Now, an attached pronoun in English is, the way we put words like his, hers, yours, and theirs. Instead of saying John's toy, we'll say his toy, or Jane's toy, her toy, and so on and so on. So, in Arabic, these his, hers, and so on is called attached pronouns. Now, there are certain endings that describe attached pronouns in Arabic. For example, the ending for our is na. So you have something like, bait, which means house. Let's get our pencil here. Bait, which means house, and we add na to it and it becomes our house. Okay, so that's the way we add na. But there's a list of attached pronouns you should all become acquainted with. The E sound is normally, it indicates mine. So you have kitabi, my book. We've already done na, kitabuna, our book. Then you have ka, and this fatha indicates it's male, so it's kitabuka. Kitabuka, that's your book, spoken to a male. And for female, we say kitabuki. We also say, and this is more rare, kitabukuma for two people, and kitabukum for plural male, for more than two males. This kitabukuma, by the way, can apply to both males and females. We also say kitabukunna for three or more females, when you're speaking to three or more females, your book. And his book is kitabuhu, her book kitabuha, their book, and this is again two people, kitabuhuma. And when you're speaking to three or more males, you say kitabuhum their, or speaking about three or more males, it's their book, and kitabuhunna, three or more females. And just remember that when there's a mixed group of males and females, it's normally the male form that is used. Now, an attached pronoun, such as, for example, kitabuhu, his book, is really an idafa. Now, why is this the case? Because it shows possession, okay, such as my house, our car, and so on. This means that the noun with which it is associated, such as house or car, as in our house or car, is really in the definite form. And this is according to the rules of idafa, which we did in the previous lesson. So we can show this by when you say kitabuna, or let's say baytuna, our house, is really the same thing as saying house of mine. So this arvia indicates, okay, that it is idafa, if you remember the previous lessons. Okay, and we know that the year is definite as well. So baiti or baiti in this particular case, my house or the house of mine, would necessarily be plural, the house of mine. So if we want to say one of my houses, we've got to use another expression. For example, baitun min buyuti. Buyut is the plural of bait, so we say a house, from one of my houses. I'm a very rich person. And Baitun Li, or you could alternatively say, a house of mine. That's another way of saying it. But Baiti necessarily means the house of mine, not a house of mine. So the attached pronoun can also be attached to a verb or preposition. For example, you have fataha. Fataha means to open. And fataha al-bab, he opened the door. And you can, if you were to say he opened it, fatahahu. Okay, that al-bab there becomes the who there. That particular who there. So, an attached pronoun, it is also an attached pronoun, and it can end as who or her. We also find an attached pronoun can be joined to a preposition. For example, min means from, minka means from you, a male, or minki, from you, a female. And similarly, laha means for her, lahu means for him, and so on. And you get used to this, you get used to these attached pronouns with frequent reading and practice. So there is a rule here, though you should know in this above example, laha. Remember, for her it's supposed to be, it's the word li, for, and then ha. But so why don't we say liha? Why do we say laha? Well, there's a rule with regard to this. When the word li comes before preposition, it becomes la. Simple as that. So you have lahu, laka, laha, and so on. So there is one exception when you're speaking about, to me. We use the ya for my, and that remains an I sound, so it becomes li for me. And the attached pronouns, the following ones, hunna, hum, huma, hu, they become hima or him or hinna when they come after a kasra. For example, or ya. So for example, you have to him, it's ila. Okay, ila he. Okay, but this is a ya there, so according to this rule, they become he. They must take a kasra, so it becomes ilayhi, to him, or ilayhima, to them, or ilayha, to her. And similarly, fi baiti, him. This is a preposition, a ya there, and it becomes fi baiti, him. So these are some of the anomalies you should just be aware of. And another anomaly that you should be aware of is that words such as kum and hum, and when they become kumu and humu. Okay, kumu and humu when they come before the hamzatul wasl. For example, when you say, when you join these two words, baytuhumul jamil, okay, their beautiful house, you don't say baytuhum al jamil, you join the two al jamil, baytuhumul jamil, so that hum there becomes an humul jamil. And when we say from me, min, we put a shadda on the min, and then we add another ya, so it becomes minni, another anomaly. So these are the anomalies that you should remember, but which become very simple with practice. Now, when the attached pronoun ya, that's as in, for me, follows an unvoweled ya, unvoweled alif and ya. That is, they don't have any sounds like a kasra, dhamma, or fatha. Then this unvoweled ya becomes a kasra, a fatha ya. So for example, ilay, ilayya. So you have here a combination of two words, ila, that's to me, okay. But now, sorry for my handwriting now, in this ilaya, you could see this is an unvoweled ya, yeah. But it's to me, so it must be another ya added here, you know. The ya, as we said, represents me, my, you know, to me. But you know, so if you join this ya to that ya, if you write it with a shadda, you join the two together. But also because this ya was unvoweled, according to this rule above, the second ya, ilayya, must take a fatha. Okay, there, as we saw there, so it becomes ilayya, ilayya. That's another anomaly that you should be aware of. And it was seen that the attached pronoun is rel and idafa, and we have seen in an earlier unit that when a dual and sound masculine, the last unit in fact, that when a dual and sound masculine plurals are using the idafa, they drop the noon. So remember that from the last lesson, they drop the noon. So remember we said the teachers of the school would be muallimul madrasa ti. Okay, there's that. But for example, if we want to say your teachers or my teachers or his teachers or something along those lines, remember the same principle applies. It's also going to be in the idafa, so you've got to drop the noon as well. So if you say your teachers, you say muallimuka, muallimuka, there's no noon there. And from my teachers, muallimihi, from his teachers, sorry, muallimihi, you drop the noon there, there's no noon there. So those are the kind of things that you should be aware of. Remember, it's an idafa construction. Now, there are various ways in Arabic to indicate, the possession to have, to show that something belongs to someone or that someone has something. And these words often begin a sentence. And since they are preposition, the word that follows them will have a kasra. So, for example, we have for the teachers, lil muallimi kutubun kathira. For the teachers, there are many books. The teacher has many books. Literally, for the teacher are many books. But the proper translation, of course, is the teacher has many books. Mal waladi kurwa. With the boy is a ball. The boy has a ball, in other words. Indal rajuli, that with the man is a house. In other words, the man has a house. All these words inda ma'alil indicate possession. Okay. And then I think that does it for this particular lesson. Thank you.